Okay, welcome back. We've converted this entire thing to a grid base. Um, what I haven't done yet is put the walls back in. I've kind of left things open for the moment. But what we've got going on is that we're now in hex tiles. Um, this gives us 6 cardinal directions instead of 4 cardinal directions to move, which kind of eliminates an annoying problem that happens with a lot of square tile based games, and that you could be standing like right here and not be able to attack because they can only attack from here or here. So that the hexagonal grid kind of solves that game mechanic. It was really popular in a lot of strategy Dungeons and Dragons type board games back in the 80s, and you see a couple of games there on the Android market that use hexagonal tiles for unit-based movement. It just, I think it looks a little cooler to do the hex than it does to do the to do a straight square tile based game. Anyways, it did present some interesting mechanics. Fortunately, I had some code that I stole from when I created a hexagonal system in Realm Rush. So that's I kind of borrowed that code, and I had to translate it a bit to what I was doing now with this system. But the idea is that everything has access to a centralized calculation system. So wherever anything is in real world space, it simply asks a tile utility class, where am I in this hex space? And if I'm in the hex space, I can convert right back and say, where am I in real space? Um, so that's kind of the gist of it. Eventually, I think I'll go ahead and set this up as a step-by-step tutorial. Maybe show kind of how I got from here to there, because right now it kind of looks like, oh, look, he just did a bunch of magic, but the coding isn't actually all that hard. A lot of it's simple maths. When I first went to investigate the tile-based grids, I checked out a site called Cat-like Coding that actually had a whole section on on hexagonal grid mechanics that was really good. That kind of explained the different directions you could move, and that there's actually 2 different styles of hexagon. These ones are running with the flats on the top and the bottom, and the points to the east and the west. But some systems run with the points from the top to the bottom and the flats from the east to the west. It's just a matter of taste. The idea is you have to choose one. There's a little mathematics behind the placement, because one unit is not any of these units. There's kind of a fudge factor. There's a lot of little hidden maths going on. Um, the space between, like, this line here is halfway. That the halfway point of this line is the bottom of this cell and the top of this cell, and there was a lot of playing around with the numbers. They didn't quite work exactly right when I did it. So anyways, that's where it's at so right now. And next up, we'll probably add in walls, and then we're going to start adding in some obstacles, some things, more importantly, some things to attack. We'll start bringing in the code from the RPG course to manage weapons and attacking and fighting. And right now I have all this movement code in the controller, and I need to move it out to a mover class, which I should have done in the first place, and that's on me. So lots of refactoring. It probably be until Friday before I actually post another significant video on this. Anyways, thanks for watching.